I love my stamps, but how do I keep them organized? Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today we're talking stamp organization. We're throwing it back to a video that I did with my Patreon group in 2025, a whole series called Organization Overhaul, and today we're diving into stamps. I love stamps. I have a ton of stamps and they can be tricky to organize. So let's walk through the steps that I use to keep my system going, and hopefully it will inspire you along the way. Here we go. I have used the same system of stamp organization for years. I love it. So I'm going to give you a tour of my system. This is for stamps, those clear acrylic stamps that are very popular now. I'll also show you how I store a few of the wood block stamps. I don't have a lot of stamps. If you have been stamping for a long time with those wood block stamps, some things you might want to consider: removing the stamp, the rubber from the wood, separating them, creating your own sets, very much like the clear stamps. Or you might have a different system, and if you do, be sure to let us know how you like to store, display those wooden stamps. We would love to know. Like I said, I don't have a ton of them, but I'll show you what I do with my wooden stamps, and then I'm going to show you what I do with my clear acrylic stamps, do a little updating to my system. Let's go. All right, like I said, I don't have a ton of wooden stamps, but here are the ones I have. I actually use them in this letterpress kind of organization system. I remember my grandmother had one of these with thimbles on it. I picked it up at a vintage market. For me, it's a fun way to display these stamps. Like I said, I don't use these almost ever, but sorry about that, camera shake. But the plus side is that I can see them right here. They're out, they're easy to grab. So if you have wooden stamps, this is certainly an option. You can also use the IKEA picture ledge shelves, clear acrylic shelves, much like I have my washi tape stored on your wall. Using vertical display works really, really well. I have seen others also use those 12 by 12 scrapbooking containers. They put their stamps inside and then they can just pull out their stamp container when they're ready to stamp. So that's an option as well. All right, here is my current stamp organization for my clear acrylic stamps. I have used these clear bins forever. I do believe, I feel like I got these from Target. They're refrigerator bins. What I like about them is they have this little handle in the front that makes them easy to pull in and out. I used these in my old craft room before I had a cabinet. I had these all lined up on a shelf. They work great, and I like these single bins. So I've seen a lot of people use a double refrigerator bin, so basically two of these together. To me, that starts to get heavy and cumbersome to take in and out. What I love about these is that I can easily pull this out, flip through to see my different alpha stamps, ones that I might be interested in using, and then I can put it back pretty darn quickly. So I have mine categorized. I have some changes that need to be made, some updates, but for the most part, this system has always worked for me, has always worked really, really well for me, actually. So I love it. All of my stamps are stored in these clear pockets. These are Avery pockets. I will link them down below. I actually need to order some more myself. I have the stamp. I take it out of the original packaging. Except for maybe Felicity Jane stamps, the original packaging for most stamps was never made to like store it forever. It's gonna fall apart. All the original packaging is different sizes. One of the pluses of using pockets like this is that everything is a uniform size, which always makes it easier to organize. So I pull the stamps out, I label the stamp with the name, and then I often put the company logo over on the side as well. Just makes it easier for me. Love that helps me organize. This one is music, so it goes right back there. Some other things, when I have super large stamp sets, 6 by 8, I actually end up cutting those in half. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this particular stamp set from By the Well for God actually came as one big piece, 6x8, like this. I find a place on the stamps where I can cut through the packaging, take it apart, cut it in half. That just makes it so I can store them in the same size pockets, as everything else. Like I said, uniformity always helps with organization. So if you can store things in a uniform way, it's just going to work easier as you're working through your different pieces. So I have a few stamp sets here that are newer stamps from Illustrated Faith that I've been wanting to get organized. I don't even know if I have enough stamp pockets to go through all of these particular stamps, but we're going to see what we can get organized, how we can get it organized, and I'm going to show you my system over on my table. I should probably organize stamps, you know, every time something new comes into the craft room. That is always going to be the best way to do it, but it's just not what works for me at all times. So I kind of do it in batches, which is what we're going to do today. See what we can get done, order some more stamp pockets, get the rest done. But this system works so well for me. I absolutely love it. All right, so let's go through the process I use for labeling the stamps. So I have the original packaging right here. I'm going to take it out of the original packaging, take out all of this goodness. I have a stamp pocket right here. I color code how I organize my stamps, so all the Illustrated Faith stamps are in this blue. If you don't need to do that, then you can certainly have it be white or a uniform color. For me, this helps the company pop out so that I can tell pretty easily what company it is. As a YouTuber and blogger, like content creator, I need to know that pretty quick. That is crazy. Okay. This one is called Typed with Love. So I'm going to label it IF and Typed with Love. I'm going to change the font size because I'm pretty sure it was on big. I'm going to print it out. Done. Label created. Take it like so, and then just label it in, I actually label it in the upper right hand corner. Why? I don't know. That's just where I've done it for a long time. And this one is ready to go and ready to be filed away. Some questions that I often get: what do I do if there are matching dies, like metal dies? And I know a lot of you that create cards have that situation a lot. What I would do is have the stamps on front and the metal dies on the back, and I would have different sections in my organization. So I would have all of my lone stamps that come with just stamps in one area or in one section. And then I would have stamps that have a die partner, a metal die partner. I would have them next to it and I would keep them together. And then I would have my metal dies. I actually organize my metal dies in the same envelopes, very similarly. And I would have that right next to those. So I would kind of keep them all in the same area. But if I had a matching set, I would keep them together. If I had a matching stencil, like I do in this case, these will be kept together because the odds that I can pull from my stencils and from my stamps and find them, that's just going to take me too long. And so if it's a matching set, I want it together. So I'm going to take a second, put together as many of these as I can. Like I said, I'm almost out of pockets, so I'm not going to be able to do this whole stack of stamps, but I'm going to do as many as I can, and then we will file them back into the system. So as I guessed, I didn't have enough sleeves to do all of my new stamps, so I need to order some more. But now that I have them done, then I'm going to put them in. It's pretty easy. So I just use, we all have our different categories that we like to use. I have a lot of seasonal together. So all my seasonal and holiday are up here. Really functional are ones that I could use over and over again. So dates, that is going to be in the functional category. This one needs to be done. Alphas I always keep together, so we're going to move those. I actually have 2 bins of alpha stamps because I love alphas so much. Let's see, I have some that are like very specific for faith, and so I'm going to put those over here. Functional, if I don't know right away where I want to put it, then I just hold on, typed with love. Okay, then we have sentiments and icons. So this is a ticket builder. This one has a typewriter. That is very much like an icon for me. So I'm going to put those over there. This is an Amy Tangerine set. I love it. I don't know where I want to put it. I think it's going to have to go with miscellaneous just because I'm not quite sure where that one will go. But these categories work pretty well for me. Do I update it? Yes. What if I have stamps that on one set that fit in multiple categories? I just pick one and go for it and see what happens after that. This is a system that has worked really well for me, one that I enjoy, one that allows me to kind of dig through my stamps as I need to. And so I'm a big fan of this particular way to organize stamps. Some comments that I get from people that are organizing their stamps for the first time is that they don't want to buy all of those pockets. It will take them too long to transition all of their stamps over. And while I understand that that's the case, you have to pick a system at some point. And yes, it might take you a while to change over, to do the overhaul, whatever the case may be, but it's going to be worth it in the end. So you're either going to spend the time now or you're going to spend the time while you're wanting to create, trying to find what you're looking for and figuring out that it doesn't work for you. So I just really suggest taking the time and doing it. I've had people say that they like to divide up their stamps. They take all of the florals out of any stamp set ever and put them all in one place. That certainly is a possibility. That doesn't work for me because I need to know what stamp set something comes from since I link things in my videos. So I need to know who the maker was and where the stamp was. But say you want to take every single sentiment stamp from every single set, take it off and put it all on their own sheets. That is a possibility and it's something that could work for you. You can also create a swatch book of sorts, a sample book of your stamps if you think that will help you. Just keep them on the clear plastic that they're on, ink the whole thing up and press the whole thing down onto paper. And then you have an example of all of the stamps and you can create your own kind of flip book to see what stamps you have. That way you don't have to flip through all of your stamps over there. It depends on how you like to work, how far you want to go in getting them organized. For me, being able to pull down the bins with as often as I use stamps, which is not super often these days, mostly for Bible journaling, the bins work just fine for me. If I were using them more often, I could see maybe wanting to have a reference sheet of some sort. That's certainly a possibility depending on how you use your stamps. So it comes back to what I'm saying with all of the organization. You need to think through how you like to create. For me, I don't reach for my stamps very often, so it made sense to have them in a place that's a little farther away, behind closed doors. I'm not really worried about that I'm going to forget to use them because I need them sometimes, so I don't need them all the time. The bins, being able to pull them down to my workspace works really well for me. And having them clearly labeled and having a uniform system to store them in makes the organization a million times easier. So I will link things down below, all the things that I use, so you can check those out. And I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments about stamp organization. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.